steps away from the gleaming new skyscrapers along Nicollet Mall, and tucked in between Nicollet and Hennepin up here, is true Minnesota history, music history in fact, that people would never guess. Even living in Dallas, Texas, I had heard of this place. Right here, tucked in under the parking ramp. This little brown building right here, Jay's Longhorn Bar. It looks like nothing, and you can hardly imagine it. And I can hardly imagine, because it was closed long before I got here. But just think right here, The Clash has played here, the Police, the Ramones, Blondie, Talking Heads, Husker doing the replacements, each played the first gigs right here. Didn't quite look like this those days, but before First Avenue, there was the Longhorn. Here's a couple pictures of it back in the day.
Man, you could still probably smell the sweat back there. But what an amazing place where unsigned garage bands could share the same tiny stage as acts that would go on to become legends of the genre. I would have spent every waking second possible here if I had lived here at the time. I mean, just look at this, 88 cents for the replacements. The next day, Husker do, no cover.
Looking at it, I can't even tell where the door might have been. Obvious windows right there. I'll have to go back and look at the old pictures again at the house. And I can only imagine.
Now, for such a tiny place, it's amazing it's hard to find a picture of the entire outside. But here's a still from the PBS story about it, where you can see the front door, the marquee up top. Here's a real picture. You can kind of see a fancy, kind of leftover from the 60s kind of mod era door, multicolored door there under the marquee.
Well, here it is. Longhorn closed in '82 and became a pizza joint. Can't wonder when the last time these windows were open. This must have been where the marquee hung, which means I suppose that was the main door. Nothing else looks like it's been bricked over, so yeah, the marquee right here, the door. Sure would have liked to have walked through that for at least one show, huh? Any show. The legends I grew up listening to, all played right here. So yeah, looking up there, there's still the lighting beneath that. So obviously then, this is definitely the marquee area.
Here's a great shot of the marquee back in the day. Color even, so you get a good idea of the lighting. Got that yellow background back there. But still the same fluorescent tubes up under there that we see today. And here they are again, another band just taking a picture out front.
It's the marquee. It's the front right here. Here's where we would have lined up to get in to see the Ramones or the Talking Heads. The Police. I can't believe the Police played right here. You just never know the history that's just hidden everywhere. It's as if the history in old Minneapolis is just tucked away, huddled beneath the modern city, dwarfed by even the parking ramps, yet so important. You know, the more I think of it in these terms now that I know the door and the marquee are right there, the easier it is to picture. Maybe everybody's lined up to see Elvis Costello, or Iggy Pop, or Husker Du, right here, Jay's Longhorn Bar.